Hello, my name is Zachary Taylor, and welcome to Polls 2450, the study of politics and media. This semester, we're going to be looking at the rather interesting and usually pretty strange interactions of our political system in the United States, and also elsewhere. We'll talk a little bit about other countries and the way it functions there too. Between that and our media here in the country, and so by media, we're looking primarily at the large mass communication sources that exist. But again, we'll also have a chance to take a look at the different ways the media is expressed, and also some of the communication formats that don't necessarily fall under traditional mass media sources. So we'll be talking about social media, we'll be talking about media portrayals of politics, all of those kind of things in this class. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too, because I think it tends to be one of the more interesting areas that we can really study as far as how politics exist in our day-to-day or in our immediate lives. This is in no way, shape, or form going to be a history class. We will cover, some of the historical aspects of the development of media, but it's a course that's going to really look at our individual interactions with the media and how we see it. You may have seen, looking through the syllabus and the course layout, that this kind of guides the way that we'll be interacting in the class. We have weekly discussions where we'll, talk in a variety of different ways. Some weeks it may be videos like this. Some weeks it may be, a text entry. Some weeks it may be something else where we'll have a live discussion. If we do something like that, I promise I'll make sure that we have enough time throughout the week for everyone to be able to log in and do that. But we're going to be, engaging with this material throughout, and you'll also be starting journals. This week I've asked you to go into our people section here in WYO courses. You'll see a groups tab where we'll have a separation for everybody will be able to self-select which of the media outlets they would like to follow over the course of the semester. And that will, give us a chance to really delve in and look at what exactly some of the major media outlets are doing, what they're saying, how they're covering events. And that will evolve over the course of these next weeks, because, I have no idea what the major headlines will be in the middle of March. So planning for that is something we can't do at the outset of the semester, but it's something that we can go ahead and cover, and we'll be able to use that evolving narrative of our politics and be able to use it to evaluate those media sources. For your first journal next week, and I'll mention this again, but we'll have a topic where you'll be able to basically evaluate how your media source is generally viewed, where it sits in the grand scheme of our overall mass media, what kind of bias it may have, how factual it tends to be, evaluating that based on a few sources that I'll provide, and then going from there, you'll just choose a few articles that source produces each week, and all of the sources that we'll use publish regularly, so you won't be at a lack of material to be able to analyze for your journals. Those journals are then also the basis for some of our other assignments in the class. So the 2 video projects that will come up in the semester, potentially even your final research, can all be based on these journals that you're writing and the media source that you're covering. The more you're able to analyze it in the grand scheme of our political system, the more that I think it'll provide a basis for kind of making some of those other assignments pretty easy and straightforward for you. I am here available all the time, so if you have any questions or anything, feel free to reach out. Email is probably the easiest way. We can set up a Zoom meeting if you want to talk face-to-face like this, and we'll be able to kind of engage that way throughout the semester. For this first week, I'd like to throw out a few things for you to provide us. If you don't mind, go ahead and record a video like this as well. So our first discussion post will be posting a video, and then you'll respond to other students' videos. Introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, where you're from, maybe what you're most interested in this class, maybe why you decided to take it. And then also we're going to jump in and engage with our first topic of discussion here, which is kind of how did we get to where we are? What's the philosophy behind our media approach? I've given a couple of readings in YO courses, a couple of Madison's Federalist papers that speak to the concern and also the potential resolutions for the issues of factionalization in the country. It's something that I think hits home a little too hard at the moment, but will certainly, give us something to talk about. And I think the general idea of, is media, is our mass media one of the potential resolutions to those issues of factions? Spoilers, I think yes is an appropriate answer. But let's, talk about how media can serve in that function. So if you don't mind, for this first week, record a video of that. Introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself, talk about how media fits into this idea that Madison had of abating the issues of factions, and we'll call that good for our first week. I look forward to seeing you all in the discussion, and have a great day. Thanks.